Oh, what's going on, guys? And it's been announced John Collins is going to be on the move. So the Atlanta Hawks are wanting to move up into the lottery, and they want a lottery pick. And I bet you they want to keep that 16th pick as well. So watch them go and try to trade John Collins to move up and have 2 picks in this year's draft. They're trying to probably get cap space flexibility for next offseason so they can go after a huge fish when the cap space jumps. Now, I don't know why I have these headphones in because I'm not listening to anything. Let's look at some teams that could be interested in John Collins. Obviously, the Portland Trail Blazers at 7, okay, would be the team that most likely. There's also the Indiana Pacers who are trying to get back, and the Sacramento Kings. So I think the Kings, Blazers, and Pacers are the teams. There could be the Spurs, but I don't really see the Spurs doing that. I doubt the Wizards. I doubt the Knicks. I don't think the Hornets either. I really think this would have to be either the Kings, the Pacers, or the Blazers. Because think about this. The Blazers, they have that $21 million trade exception plus $12 million in our man Josh Hart, and as well as Eric Bledsoe's 19 with only $4 million guaranteed. So Blazers had a lot of trade chips. Pacers, they're also similar like the Kings, are trying to get back into the NBA playoffs after having, some time not being there. And if you look at the Pacers, Isaiah Jackson, Malcolm Brogdon, I guess, are their trade chips as well. No, I don't think Isaiah Jackson. I think Miles Turner. Isaiah Jackson to replace Miles Turner. So you look at that right there, you're like, okay, Miles Turner, Malcolm Brogdon are kind of their 2 trade chips right there that match the salaries. I'm taking the Trailblazer deal so far. The Kings, on the other hand, all right, the Kings have some guys. If we look at the Kings' salary, the Kings have guys like Terrence Davis that they could trade. Obviously, Domantas Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox are off the board. Harrison Barnes is an idea. I kind of like the idea of Harrison Barnes, the 4th pick, and my hard drive ran out of disk space, so we have to continue. So Terrence Davis and Harrison Barnes in the 4th pick for John Collins and a future first, 2 future first round picks. Would you guys do that deal if you're the Sacramento Kings? If I'm the Atlanta Hawks, I am doing that deal so quick, okay? And I really do think that's a good deal for the Atlanta Hawks because they get a guy that they move on from a guy that they've been wanting to move on from. And it's nothing wrong with John Collins. It's just that it's been quite evident that they've been trying to move on from John Collins. They get themselves a shooter in Terrence Davis. They get a forward to replace John Collins and Harrison Barnes. And they get the 4th pick, which they could draft either Shadon Sharp, Jaden Ivey, or a plethora of other picks. I know the Kings one would be the best deal. It's the most unlikely. I actually think the most likely deal is the Portland Trailblazers. Send Eric Bledsoe. And who would you want them to send? Because Eric Bledsoe's numbers aren't there enough. Because they would waive Eric Bledsoe, and then they would get themselves, most likely, I would assume, they would waive Eric Bledsoe to save that like $15 million in cap space. But who else would be packaged in this deal? Would it be Keon Johnson, or would they package like a Justice Winslow? Because I expect Eric Bledsoe to be the deal. And then, Eric Bledsoe, Nazir Little in the 7th pick for John Collins straight up. Would you take that deal? If I'm the Hawks and there's no Kings deal, let me take this deal from, look, I think it's just interesting as all hell because this could go either way. I don't know what's the right answer, but hey, I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments section. What would you guys do if you were, the team, the Atlanta Hawks? What would be the deal you'd make, okay? I think it's definitely an interesting situation. I want to hear your thoughts. That's basically the video for me, guys.